Jamal Collier, who is covering the Indiana Pacers for us, joins us now. Jamal, that ball, it bounced for 1.33 seconds. It got up to a height of a Kendrick Perkins, 7 feet, before it bounced back into the hoop. It was an incredible moment. But for a guy like Tyrese Haliburton, who thrives on that energy and on the haters, you just released a story on ESPN.com about that, how that wasn't always the case this year. Can you just take us behind the scenes?
Yeah, Malika, Tyrese told me that this was really one of the toughest years of his basketball career. And it starts dating back a year ago in the conference finals. The Pacers make the run against Boston, and people are sort of questioning off the bat, was this a fluke or not? Haliburton gets hurt, doesn't play those last 2 games in the conference finals. Then he goes into the Olympics and is part of that Team USA in Paris, and he doesn't play. Jason Tatum got the headlines, but Haliburton played even less than Tatum. He was a good sport about it. He acknowledged the jokes online, but those are the kind of things that usually get him going and fuels him. So he was ready to come into this season and really sort of clap back and prove people wrong, that he was better than all the jokes he was getting online, but he didn't have a real proper summer, and he was injured. And the Indiana Pacers got off to a slow start. He did not make the All-Star team. And it's external pressures, those motivators that normally really drive a guy like Haliburton, he said was really starting to weigh on him for the first time in his basketball career. So much so that he was not having fun, and this really started to feel like a job to him. And it was hard for him to show up to work every day early in the season.
Yeah, and that's such a far cry from the Tyrese Haliburton we see having so much fun on the floor. It shows you really never know what someone is going through. When he was posting those sort of things, I was laughing at them, but he said that those things actually embarrassed him when people said those words about him, that making fun of him for not playing on the Olympic team. But fast forward to game 2, and that mindset, it seems like it has completely flipped. How?
And it started by, at the All-Star break, he took just time away from the game, got out and read, started speaking to some Pacers mental health therapists, and really just, he said he had to be honest with himself and sort of go through it, talk out loud, and just ask for help. And the biggest thing I think that also helped carry him was his teammates and the confidence that they just have in Haliburton. They were sort of reinforcing how much they trust him, how much they wanted the ball in his hands, and that has been sort of what he started to draw his confidence in and his motivation for in this playoffs. He's always going to get jazzed up to trash talk and go back at somebody if he feels like they are sort of doubting him. But the way that this Indiana Pacers team has complete faith in him, the way they trust him in those clutch situations and continue to be rewarded for it, has really started to pay off for Indiana, and Haliburton has really started to enjoy basketball again and recapture that joy that he was missing earlier in the season.
And we saw that joy on full display in Game 1 in Madison Square Garden of these Eastern Conference Finals. Jamal, I texted you this, but I want to say I mean it. This story was excellent. It tapped into a vulnerability that we don't always get to see from players. And truly, you guys, you should go read this because it makes you want to root for Tyrese Haliburton.
Bing bong. Orange and blue sky. Oh boy, here we go. 6'5" Haliburton to the top of the arc. Right elbow. Pulls it back out. Back iron. And in. He got it. I didn't see it. What happened?
It was all your fault, lad. That was, oh my gosh, that was an excellent recap, Pods. Come on, curb your enthusiasm. Come on here, Chiney. The reaction from Knicks fans after Haliburton ripped their heart out was absolutely priceless here. But the thing is, the Knicks are going to have a goldfish memory here. They're going to have to bounce back in this series. Perk, how can they do that starting tonight?
They will bounce back. They have the leadership. They have the mental toughness. And we saw when they get embarrassed, they bounce back in great fashion. You go back to looking at last series, they win in the Boston Game 5, and Boston put a smack down on them. Derek White had his shining moment, and then all of a sudden they got back to Game 6 in Madison Square Garden, and we saw the Knicks team in the postseason put on a defensive clinic. That's what they're going to have to do tonight. That's what they will do. Jalen Brunson will be better defensively. I believe he will accept the challenge. Him and Karl Anthony-Towns, and the Knicks are going to get this win in game 2.
Hold up, wait a minute, Perk. It's time to go shot for shot. Eastern Conference Finals edition on what both teams need to do. Hold up, wait a minute. Ahead
you thought
of
the Knicks
game
were finished?
2.
Just kidding.
No, they were not finished. Now, typically it's big bro versus little sis, but it's ladies' night, so it's me and Dre. So
we
keep
are.
a cool booty, Perk. All
Relax,
right,
relax.
Drea, you're taking the Pacers. I am taking the Knicks. Take it away, sis.
Yeah, well, listen, when you talk about this Pacers team, they are incredible offensively. So when you're talking about the Knicks defensively, their transition defense has to be better. Not just off of missed shots. The Knicks have to be better in transition defense off of makes. This is a layup by Jalen Brunson, but let me tell you, the Pacers unbothered by made shots. They get the ball, they come right into the offense. Now, OG Anunoby's going to drop off of this drive, which would be fine if Jalen Brunson fights over the top of this ball screen because OG Anunoby is too far away. Jalen Brunson gets hung up, bottom of the net from Aaron Nesmith. Could have been an and-1. They're right in the game. Same thing here. This is a make from Karl Anthony-Towns. Guess what? The Pacers don't care. They get the ball in. They are coming down the floor. Now, the matchups are already messed up because Karl Anthony-Towns is on Nesmith. He could go under this screen. Instead, he just melts and points. And OG Anunoby is too far away to contest the shot. Again, both of these makes, the Pacers trying to come back into the game, they're off of made shots by the Knicks. The Knicks have to be better in transition defense. 62 points in game 1 from the Pacers were within the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. So the transition defense for the Knicks, Perk, if you have that much confidence in them, this has to be cleaned up.
But you know what's crazy? The Pacers also spilled the tea a little bit because there's a specific area of emphasis that we took notice of. Thank you, Tyrese Haliburton. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Gotta dominate the Brunson-less minutes. Have to dominate them. Even if it's 4 minutes, dominate 4 minutes.
Well, that did not happen. Actually, if you think about it, the Knicks dominated the Brunson-less minutes. Watch this possession right here. OG is posting up 4 players beyond half court, ready to defend, but instead, because Brunson's not on the floor, OG goes into attack mode. I love that aggressive attack to the basket. But then again, with Brunson on the bench, now you're using OG as a screener, truly as a post player, and you're also using Cat as a shooter. And I loved his 3-point shot because look at this, a beautiful pin-in screen by Mitchell Robinson to use Cat as a 3-point knockdown guy. He had 4 threes, a part of his 35 points, more threes, he made in this series, in this game 1 versus the entire Boston Celtics series. And we're talking about this run, Brunson on the bench. Well, guess what? The Knicks have to keep allowing him to get some rest because they need him as a closer. 17-4 is what they outscored the Pacers in this time.
And that was sort of the glass half full that Brian Windhorst was talking about on our show yesterday. If you're looking for something to give you hope for the New York Knicks, is that Brunson didn't actually rack up a lot of minutes because he got in foul trouble. The Knicks, they have to protect Jalen Brunson here on defense, Perk. But I know, as a big man, you're keeping an eye on Cat.
You're damn right I am. And look, he had a monster night if you look at the box scores, but he got to be better defensively. He got to slide those down puppies. Put forth some type of effort. Like, at times he switched to pick and roll, and they was making one move, blow by, scoop, layup. And I'm like, watch the difference between his body language, his energy, and Mitchell Robinson. Like, Mitchell Robinson is in the stand like, let me see it type energy. Karl Anthony-Towns is standing there like, I have no chance. And your 2 best players, and Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony-Towns, cannot be defensive liabilities on in this point of the season. You got to put forth some type of effort.
Cat is not alone. It's also Brunson, too, defensively, because they were targeting him down the stretch.
He
and
got
made
scored
it easy.
on 10 out of 12 times.
We should have known. You know what the moment we should have known? Go ahead, Andraya.
No, 26 points scored off of ball screens involving Jalen Brunson as the primary defender.
Right.
The Pacers went after him over and over again.
Got to protect him defensively.
Protect
We
him,
shouldn't. Yeah, well, there's always that. It's hard though when you saw what Tyrese Haliburton walked into the arena in. He was wearing Timbs. We should have known at that moment that that's what was going down. Big Perk. He's got some big thoughts on the big time image on the left.
I still got him mad even though I'm out the league. I'm feeling big. Ken Perkins, tell her walk if she asks for a Birkin.
You will speak when spoken to. Give me some energy.
Bam.
That's it? Bam! 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 Put it up there.
I'm feeling big. Ken Perkins. I'm feeling big. Ken Perkins.
All right, Tyrese, he was cautious of any aura farming, Perk, but we cannot farm the aura that comes from a big list. This is a big list of best celebrations that we have seen.
Hey, look, I'm not only feeling big, on this camera shot, I'm looking big. But look, this is Big
Oh, my
Perk's
goodness.
big list of best celebrations in NBA history. Again, this is not child list, and it's rules, Andraya. This is your first time. You will speak when spoken to, all right? And you will participate with the necessary energy, or you will not be invited back to this
Perk, I
segment.
did this list
Coming
today.
in at number 5. Bam! Put it up there. Russell Westbrook. Rocking the baby. Y'all telling me that's not legendary? Y'all telling me that's not one of the best? They have kids in AAU that are doing this right now. When you put somebody in the basket, that means you're too small. That means I'm going to play daddy ball with you. You're too small, you can't guard me. Coming in at number 4, we're going in order. Chine, you better come with it.
All right, we got this. 1, 2, 3. Bam!
Put it up there. Dame
I'm here
time.
for this. I'm a
Tap
Dame
your
fan.
wrist.
Yep, I got
Tap
it.
your
Yep.
wrist. You got to participate. Hey, look, Dame time. He earned this. One of the best clutch guys to ever play. Top 75 greatest player of all time. Yes, Dame Dollar, he has made the list. Dame time is legendary. Coming in at number 3. Malika, put it up there.
Bam!
Damn it, hit the side of your head.
Yes.
Hit the
As a
side of your
Syracuse grad, Dave would be glad I got this one.
Yeah, well, I got it right too. Melo, you see guys in the league doing this celebration, right?
Yep.
Legendary Melo, one of the best scorers to ever play the damn game of basketball. Yes, he's on Big Perk list. Here we go. Andrea, where you at, girl?
Bam!
Put it up there. You
Ooh,
proud?
good one.
Ain't you
Night,
proud,
night.
Malika?
Yeah.
Night. Tuck
Yeah.
him in. Go to sleep. And it was, you know why it was so legendary? He did it on his 4th championship. This was in the finals when he put Boston to sleep. Okay?
And it went international.
And it went international and won a gold medal. He'll coming in at number 1. Bam! Put it up there. We're not even waiting. MJ. Come on now. Y'all see people in other sports doing the fist pump.
What?
Am I lying? Am I lying? In football? Who's cold? Everybody.
Perk.
This list is great.
Perk, I thought like LeBron James, like the pat on the chest, the stamp down. Like I thought, and you also missed another one. I want you to take a look at this. You missed another one.
Yeah, I'm wondering if
Oh, y'all so petty. y'all so petty. Y'all so petty. D-Wade, my God, D-Wade, you wrong.
I need
for
to see that again.
Like, who
I need
is
to see that again. Oh, who's
How
that
do
on?
you know?
Oh, who was that on?
oh.
That was on me.
It's on
Cabbage
me,
Patch.
baby.
What-